Yo! My little Swole knee! Hello! You knew I was a unicorn, didn't ya? You knew you were seeing something special when you were watching old Papa Swolio. The most muscular swole cast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex. Our biceps. Welcome to the Game Train, episode 515.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Yeah, welcome to the show. I guess there's a My Little Pony movie coming out. Great, we can poison our children's minds with more useless fucking trash. Fuck you, Hollywood, and your shitty movies. Welcome to the Game Train. Welcome, cometh in. Great, more fucking garbage movies coming out. Yay, round of applause for My Little Pony. What stupid shit are they gonna think of next? What stupid shit are they gonna think of next? But it doesn't matter because we are not stupid. We are grown adults. Hello, Karen. Oh, thank you. I feel pretty. Stefano, Sarah, Eric, Randy. Yo, man, what up? Tyrone, what's going on, fam? Welcome. It's Swoleo time. And yeah, a few minutes behind today. Word to the wise, wait a little bit to download the new iOS 11. Sucks so far. Really changed a lot of things and made it really clunky. My phone is like a sluggish. God, they really do know how to get you to buy a new phone, right? So all of a sudden, like, everything's like crashing and fucking up. So I don't know if you were all in the Apple world, but yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun last night. I'm like, cool, new operating system. Bloop, and now it's like, it's just really, it's funky. Like, I'm having to go into settings to change things. The normal way I was doing things on the phone, it's like all different. It's all thumbs and things are crashing. Yeah, it's glitchy as shit. Well, that's why, like, I opened up Facebook pages. Like, I'm hoping this thing maintains. It crashed like twice, and then it opened up white page, and I don't know. Let's not go into it anymore. But yeah, so hopefully they come up with like one of those like 11.0.0.0.1.2 things. So I'm sure those are some patches that'll get fixed. I just got free steak and pork taco from work, so my gut is full. Nothing better than free tacos. Nothing better than eating garbage, Eric? Are you trying to encourage people to eat shit? Are you? Don't do that. Don't do that to old Papa Swolio and the Swole fam. It took forever to find this. Forever to find Papa Swolio, the Game Train? No, it's just because it was probably delayed through the system. So anyway, welcome to 515. So those of you that are joining for the first time, drop a comment below if it's your first Swolecast. If it's your first Swole, drop a comment below. Thank you so much. 515 of the Daily Sleazy. But I'm live here every day at 12 noon Eastern Time. And also, you can catch these episodes on YouTube. And then listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Remember, it's also a podcast. All this audio is podcast. It's on the podcast. So you can listen to it. You can listen to the gains. Listen to it. Check it out. Those of you that are watching, if you also follow on Instagram, here's the cool thing. So right now, whether you're listening to the podcast or I'm talking to people in the future, or you're watching me live right now, what I want you to do right now is take a screenshot. Take a screenshot and then use this picture. Upload that screenshot into your Instagram story and tag at Swolenormous. So take a screenshot right now, Papa Swolio flexing. You ready? Here we go. Here, hold on. I'm going to get a flex for you. Let me fix the beard. Ready? Hold on. Ready? Screenshot now. So use that screenshot. And put it in your Instagram story and tag me at Swolenormous for a chance for a shout out on my story. And I'll definitely hit you up. I'll slide into your DM. Papa Swolio loves sliding into the DM. I'll slide into your DM and I'll give you some props and a shout out. Maybe we'll get a conversation going. But for a chance to get a shout out on my story, take a screenshot right now of the show and then tag me at Swolenormous in your Instagram story. So thank you so much for joining for episode 515. Today is your diet, your nutrition is easier than you think. So let's talk about a couple different things. let's get a little crowdsourcing for this episode. What do you think? Let's get a little crowdsourcing. So let's do this. What are the things that come to mind when we think diet? When we think nutrition, let's do this. Let's work together. When you think nutrition, what are the words that come to your mind? Let's talk about, let's say diet. What are the things that come to your mind? Could be a type of diet, could be anything, all right? What does DM even mean? Direct message. It's not even lingo. Restriction. So anything diet, any type of diet. All right, so we got restriction. I'm just putting them up there. I'm not putting them in order. Meal prep. Prep, meal. Set up for failure by our environment. Well, that's depressing, Lonnie. Good food. Meal prep, veggies. Human food, veggies. Let's do sugar. All right, let's keep going. Boring vegetables. Now, don't put your own spin on it. They're just vegetables. There's nothing boring about them. They're vegetables. They're not boring. It's actually the best food for you. That's the thing. We got to stop putting like these opinions that don't have any foundation. Don't use those words because then you think, oh, it's so miserable. It's food. It's food. There's nothing good or bad about, there's nothing good or bad about food. It's just food. I'm not talking about the processed shit. That's fake food. There's food and there's fake food. There's the food that's on Earth and there's the fake food, like the Fruit Loops. Like, it's not food. It's not food. That's where you have to separate these things. There's food and there's not real food. And there's nothing good or bad about food. It's just food. It's just food. So stop thinking about boring. I mean, what? I don't know what people want, like a marching band to come out. You're eating like, you're eating and just like, woo, and like strippers and fucking like confetti to come out when you're eating food. It was exciting. This food's so exciting. I'm having such a good time. This food's delicious. I love it. I love it. It's food. Shut the fuck up. It's not supposed to be fucking fun. Eat it. That felt good. There's a lot. I need therapy. There's a lot in there. You know, there's a lot in there. All right, let's do this. Sorry about that, Paul. Love you. Veggies, high protein, so protein, vitamins. Okay, let's do more. That was kind of like the whole point of this episode. Fads, health, labels, health. Let's keep going. This is good stuff. Nutrition, natural, no corn, no processed. All right, so we got processed soy. We'll put soy and corn together because they're butt buddies. I want, that's Cajun. Amino acids, yeah, lectins, paleo. Okay, that's good. Paleo, keto. All right, cool. Keto. Yeah, different types. Keto, paleo, vitamins, gluten. All right. That's enough just because I don't really have much more board anyway. All right, so all these things behind me. So I'm not really we're not going to go over each one. The whole point is like, all right. First off, let's go through. Let's take a look at this board and let's see which ones, those of you that are watching, you, I'm just talking to you. Consistency, good. Chris Hill, I'm sorry I'm late. What are we doing? How dare you be late to my show? How dare you come in and interrupt the class? No, we're doing, these are all the things that people have been thinking of. This is everyone that's watching, things that you're thinking of when we think of the word diet. What pops into your mind? You can't have pudding if you don't eat your meat. Diet actually translated into way of living. Ah, very nice. I like that, Nick. Everyone say thanks, Nick, for the ancient knowledge. Thank you, Nick. Thanks, Nick. No, it's true. That's cool. From the classic old era Greek language, diet actually translated into way of living. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. And Nick, by the way, is a reputable resource, so I trust him. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, everyone say thanks, Nick, right now in the comments. Thank you, Nick. That's good shit, right? Way of living. See, okay, way of living, it goes back to like when I talk about human food. Way of living human food. Thanks, Nick. All right. So let's look at the board. Let's look at the board. Ah, welcome, Joe. Welcome to the show. How many of these words, which one of these words are negative, and which one of these are just like, you know, which one of these have negative connotations? You got, all right, that's more negative. I would say labels are negative. Processed is negative. Sugar is negative. Gluten's negative. Fads are negative. And I didn't write down everything you said. I didn't write down everything that you said. You know, I mean, I think this scrolling the text was just like, blah, 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 it was running really fast. Corn, soy, right. I mean, did I miss something? Meal prep, I don't see that as a negative. That's just what you do. Vitamins, that's not negative. Gluten, yeah, gluten's vitamin, veggies, good, sugar. I think I got all of these. These aren't negative. These are just ways of eating. I think that's okay. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So almost 50-50, positive and negative. You know, I could have written down more things. That you guys were saying, but 7 highlighted negative and then 9 positive. And this is just what I chose to write down. I didn't plan this. So 50%, let's just call it 50%, 7, 8, 9, whatever. Let's call it 50% of the things that we put on the board that you were all calling out that I wrote, that I fit on this, size board. These things, about 50% are negative. So right off the bat, you're thinking, my nutrition, my idea of what food is when I think about diet is negative. Now, it might be a different situation if I put the word nutrition. If I put the word nutrition here, it might be like, oh, nutrition, health, calories, this. It's this word, right? It's the word diet. And when you say diet, you think, oh, well, the first 3 letters are die. All these stupid sayings that people have. Well, the first, die's in the word. I don't say diet because the word die is in it. Shut the fuck up. Listen to Nick. Yeah, die. Bullshit. I hate when people say that. The first 3 letters are die. That's a word. No, it just means the way you're, like Nick said, the Greek word. It's the way of living. It's the way you're choosing to eat. Nutrition is different than diet. They're 2 different words, so you can't actually use them interchangeably. You can't use them interchangeably because they're not the same thing. Nutrition might be what's in the food. How many calories, how much fat, how much carbs, how much protein. Diet is your choice, your selection of foods, for example, what you're choosing to eat, your way of life, what you're carrying out. Okay? What's vibrating over there? Hold on. That's annoying. Got it. So, your way of living is different than nutrition. So when we talk about nutrition content, we're talking about, maybe the breakdown, like the nutritional facts in the food. Okay, so 2 different things. You got meal prep, protein, vitamins, keto. Okay, so these things are more along the lines of diet, like a way of life, keto, paleo. We'll talk about that. Vitamins is more like, okay, nutrition, what's in the food. Meal prep is like habits. Protein is nutrition. Macros, vitamins, nutrition. We have a lot of nutrition up here rather than diet. So looking at all these words, your connotation with food is about 50% negative. The things that pop into your head as a collective community is generally negative. Would you say when you think about nutrition, do you have a positive outlook? You can comment below. Do you have a positive outlook or do you have a more negative outlook? Think about these words that are popping into your head. A lot of them aren't positive. How about this? Those are the negative words. Where are the positive ones? I'm not talking about the neutral ones. Where are the positive words? Let's do that. I'll circle them. Where's the positive ones? Find me a positive word. That's it. That's it. That's it. Health. Vitamin is a fact. Macros are just, that's just the science of it. Veggies are veggies. Keto and paleo, that's not positive. It's just is. Vitamins are vitamins. Protein is protein. And meal prep is, making your meals ahead of time. So the only positive thing here is health. I asked hundreds of people, all of you, to drop words when it comes to diet. And there's one thing that's here. And I don't think half of you believe it. I don't think half of you believe that health is a positive. I think you think of health in terms of what you want out of a diet, but you're not really thinking like, oh, a diet is health. Your way of eating is health. I'm not of the crew of people that say, oh, diet is bad. To say the word diet is bad. It's not true. It's a fucking word. It doesn't mean good or bad. A lot of these things don't even mean good or bad. Gluten isn't good or bad. Gluten is. Gluten is gluten. Soy and corn aren't good or bad. I'm not talking about good to eat. I'm talking about inherently, like they're not evil. No, soy and corn are soy and corn. Should we be eating them? No, but doesn't make them bad. You shouldn't be eating fucking tree bark either. It doesn't make tree bark bad. Do you understand? Processed. Okay, you could process anything. We can make shoe leather. We can make Nikes. You shouldn't be eating them. Like they're bad once you put them into your body. Once you fucking eat this stuff, then it makes it bad. Soy and corn, fine. Put soy in my t-shirt. Just don't put it in your mouth. Don't put it in your mouth. Nutrition equals health. I get that, Pete. I get that. But diet also equals health too. That's just semantics. We're playing with fucking words. We're playing with words. That's how this is all happening. We're playing with these words. We're mincing and we're associating certain words with diet negative. It's because most of you that are watching that have done a diet before, you weren't going at it the right way. You were trying a fad. You were just going down this roller coaster. You're not going. How many of you have done a diet, honestly, that was nowhere near a, quote, way of life, like the actual definition, let's say the old Greek that we talked about earlier? How many of you have actually done a diet that was nowhere near a way of life? Pretty much everyone. You've done 30-day, cleanse, or this 3-day or 1 week. Most of the things out there that are considered diets are not a way of life. It's just a crash thing. It's a fad. We are mind processing. Yeah, you're splitting hairs and you're taking words and you're pretending that they're two different things. Nutrition and diet. Your diet has nutrition. Your nutrition should be part of a diet. Your diet is not something that you're restricting. A diet is not restrictive. A diet is not restrictive. That's the fucking scam. A diet is not restrictive. Let's look at all the bad things. A diet is not restrictive. A diet is not a fad. A diet should not have sugar. A diet should not have gluten. A diet should not have processed. A diet should not have labels. You shouldn't need labels for a diet. A diet should not have soy or corn. All these things that we listed here, that I circled, that we agree are things that we shouldn't be eating, should not be part of a diet. That should not be part of your way of life. That's not part of it. The reason is because they're not foods, they're not things that you should be consuming as a human being. I talk a lot about human food. Also talk a lot about coffee. Talk a lot about human food, the things that you should be eating, the things that you should be consuming as a human. As a human. Not as someone that wants to get six-pack abs. Not someone that wants to get yoked like it ain't no joke. Those are all subtleties. That comes down to how many calories you're consuming, what your training style is, and so many different shades of gray. We're talking about the foods that you should be eating as a human. As someone that has long hair, a beard, no hair, no beard, vagina, a pee-pee, whatever you got downstairs, everyone that has 2 arms, 2 legs, and looks relatively like this, you're welcome, should be eating human food. Everyone should be eating human food. I don't care what your goal is. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care your facial hair quantity. We should all be eating in the realm of human food. Of course, subtle differences. Some of us are gonna have certain allergies. That's why we talk about the elimination diet. That's why we talk about getting rid of these things to figure out what's best for you. You gotta figure out what's best for you. You gotta tweak things. You gotta tweak things to make things best for you. I cannot tell you all the answers. I cannot tell you everything that you need to eat. No one can. Any of these cookie cutter diets or, oh, here, download this diet plan. Fuck all that shit. It is generic. The people online, the trainers, the experts, they're sending it to fucking everyone. I'm customizing your diet. I'm customizing this. Bullshit. 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 Maybe one tweak, you're swapping out fucking oatmeal for brown rice. You're getting the same shit everyone's getting. And even if it is customized, chances are you're going to be fucking eating shit that you shouldn't be. You have to analyze yourself. And if you don't, you can't say you really care. You can't say you really want change. You can't say you really have patience. You can't say you're really into learning about your body. Because that's what happens. You're going to start trying different fads and trying different diet plans and stuff. You start slamming your head into a fucking wall. You might get some change, and that's where it gets different. That's where it gets like you get that discrepancy, because you have some people that see great change. Of course. You know, you gamble enough, you roll the dice enough times, you're going to guess right. So if you send the same diet plan to 100 people, probably 10 of them, maybe they'll be like, wow, I saw results. And then those 10 people go on and then tell other 10 people. And then those 10 people give testimonials. And these, wow, I got this result. What about the 90 people that didn't see shit, that had to go fucking look for something else? What about the 90 people that fell off the nutrition plan, the diet plan, the 8-week shred? What about those people that didn't see change? You don't hear about those. You never see the negative reviews. Ever see a negative testimonial? Ever? Have you ever seen like a negative testimonial? No, everyone's product is fucking awesome. Everyone's diet plan is the shit. Wow, this is great. I lost 10 pounds. I lost 20 pounds. Of course you did. Great. You know why? Because you stopped filling your mouth with bullshit. You stopped eating Doritos and Pepsi. No wonder you lost 10 pounds. Congratulations. Attribute it to that jerk's diet plan. It's crap. You have to figure out what works best for you. I'm not saying there's no good information out there. Obviously, you're watching this. I'm telling it to you straight. This is how I see it. You need to find your own path. You need to figure out what works best for you. And the cool thing is, you're the only person in the world, you watching, you're the only person in the world that can find out what's best for you. I cannot. I can lead you to the right resources. I can lead you to the right concepts. I can help you think differently about your fitness and about your nutrition and your diet. But I cannot do it for you. You're the only one, so you have the power to do it. That's the cool thing. It's not like, oh my God, you got to journey to the other side of the world and hope you find this, ancient warrior up in the mountains. This isn't like fucking Doctor Strange. Like, you're not hunting for like this mythical, you're you. You got it. You have it. You have the answer. It just takes time and chipping away and really giving yourself the opportunity to see what these foods do to you. It takes time, it takes focus, it takes effort, and you have to do it. Those of you that are willing to do it, will get great results. And a lot of you in the comments right now, those of you that have done the elimination, those of you that are in my premium group, those of you that have done the Plant Paradox, those of you that have done these elimination style diets that are figuring it out, comment below right now, how much of a difference is it figuring it out yourself? Right now, those of you that are watching, because a lot of you I know are in my private community, comment below right now, how many of you that are doing exactly what I'm explaining, how many of you, let's get some positive feedback for some fucking hard work. This is your chance, okay? Right now, this is your chance to get some props from the greater Swolenormous community. Those of you that are in premium, those of you that are doing Plant Paradox, those of you that are doing elimination diet, those of you that are figuring out your own journey, right now, comment below. Because right now you deserve credit. Though right now you deserve credit for being patient, for figuring it out yourself, and finding out what's best for you. There's literally no substitute for that. There's no substitute for knowing what's best for you. Your body, not me. You know, and those of you know, in premium, you know, I'm taking pictures of the foods that I eat, but it's what I'm eating. I'm giving you ideas. I'm showing you how simple I am. I'm just showing you proof that I am doing what I say I do. But it's a process of figuring out what works best for your body, and we're always changing as we get older. It's all about it's all about, you know, putting on your big boy and big girl pants and just fucking doing it, right? And doing it and putting in the work. It's going to be hard. It's going to be shit. I can't eat this food for 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Well, that's good. You shouldn't be eating that food anyway, ever. So get rid of it, and then you start seeing how these things are implementing and fucking up your life. Okay? I love it. Stefano, Brandon, yes. Yeah, I agree, Eric. Tyrone, there you go. Beth, 36 days elimination, down 6. All right, everyone look at that. Beth, 36 days elimination, 16 pounds down. Immune system is ramping up and energy is getting better and better. My belly feels much happier. And that 16 pounds, a lot of it's water. A lot of it's extra, you know, some of it's fat, but also water weight from the inflammation, from all the foods you're eating. But it just shows, like, when you're eliminating the bad foods, remember, the foods that you shouldn't be eating anyway, it's not the word diet. The diet's the good part. The diet's the good part. Diet's the good part. One at a time. Yeah, exactly, Paul. Exactly. I've never had so much energy, and I just took the steps one at a time, no rush, just simple. It's so simple. And that's the title of this episode, something about nutrition being simple. It really is simple. Look at how you're thinking about your food, and then start cutting shit out. You can watch my other episodes on the elimination diet. You could hook into the private community, Swolenormous Premium. The link is in the post description. I mean, that's where we keep on hammering this home. It's just a lot of times you need to be exposed to this. And I understand if you're watching this for the first time or you haven't done it yet and you've heard me talk about it for a couple weeks or a couple months or a year. I know it's sometimes you need to hear it a few times for it to sink in. I also understand that sometimes when you hear it the first time, it's not like you have a lot of stuff going on in your life and you have to be in the right place. And I'm teaching you and I'm showing you how you have to think about, you know, your approach to diet, your approach to food. And that's a shift over. That takes time. It's not like, okay, I'm going to do things differently. You can, but not everyone's like that. So I get it if you've been exposed to these things and you've heard me talk about this before and you haven't made that move, but it's time. It's time. Baby steps. Baby steps. A baby doesn't grow overnight. You know, your puppy doesn't grow up overnight. You're not going to change things overnight. This idea that you're going to start a diet and everything's going to be different. The food's going to taste differently because your taste buds are fucking blown out from getting too much sweet. They're getting all the chemicals that are put in your food. They're blowing out your taste buds. Things are going to taste boring and bullshit. No such thing. There's no such thing as boring food. There's a food you're supposed to eat and the food you're not supposed to eat. And it's that fucking simple. Slow and steady over here too. I can feel my body reject certain foods now, and it's foods I used to love, but they obviously don't love me. I like that, Jason. It's foods I used to love, but they obviously don't love me. That's right. Just because they might taste good, a lot of it's habit. And when you break that fucking habit, you realize if you know you're eating something that's bad for you, do you want to keep on eating it? I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much for joining me, episode 515 of The Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Everest and K2 are flexing on you. What you gonna do about those sick games? Thank you for joining me live 12 noon Eastern time every day right here. Facebook, all the episodes, YouTube, and listen to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. I'll give you all one more chance. Right now, take a screenshot and post it and tag at Swolenormous in your Instagram story. Here we go. That was your chance for the screenshot. Take the screenshot. post it in your Instagram story and tag me at Swolenormous for the chance for a shout out in my story, and I'll definitely be sliding up in your DM. Definitely spread the word. Thank you so much. I love you all. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. I'll see you tomorrow, episode 516. Peace.